there. Hi, Al.
Hi, Shelley. How you doing?
Thanks for coming out today. It's a gorgeous day. It's hard to believe it's December. What is it? December 10 days left.
Yes, I just got my new index.
You got your new index?
What's that?
What's your new? What is?
23.
Okay. So, what are we going to work on today?
I want to work on full swing, hitting the ball more consistently.
Okay.
Iron work, 3-wood,
Okay.
and also help with sand traps.
Okay. Okay.
Coming late there.
Okay.
Into my bag.
Okay. Okay. How long have you been playing?
Oh, 50 years.
Okay. And so your handicap is right now at 23 point. What's the lowest?
16.
16. Okay. So it's gone up.
Yeah.
Gone up a little bit. Do you have aspirations of lowering that handicap, or do you any long-term goals?
Yeah, lower the handicap is one. Just
Okay.
more consistent ball striker.
Okay.
I know I can hit the ball well. It's learning how to become consistent. Missing shots.
Okay. So your handicap's at 23.4. What if we set a goal, a longer-term goal? How much do you want to lower it? Do you have a
How
target
long
date?
term?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe 6 months to a year.
I would like to get back down to 16.
You want to go for, okay, so from 16,
Yeah.
okay, okay. Well, I mean, obviously you're going to have to do a little practicing. We're going to have to change a few things, but I don't think it's totally unrealistic by any means. So do you have time to practice?
Yeah, I
How
will.
often
I'll start. I will.
How often do you get to play and practice?
Not much. I have to do more than I realize. But I have a back that causes me not to practice for very long.
You have a bad back?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to ask you a little bit more about that here in a couple minutes when we do some stretching. Tell me a little bit more about you in terms of your golf history. I mean, have you taken lessons?
Yes, I sporadically have taken lessons.
Over the years.
Over the
Anything like recent?
Well, probably about 3 years ago, I took a series of lessons, and I really hurt my back.
As a result of changing something? Or?
No.
No.
Just pushed myself too hard.
Okay.
And it took me out of the game for like 3 or 4 months. But I came back very easily.
So the last time you took a lesson was about 3 years
Yeah, I
ago?
would think that's probably
Well, just kind of thinking back to some of the lessons that you've taken, was there anything that the instructor did or that was helpful to you? Are you more of a visual learner, or are you more of a feel learner? Do you know how you learn?
I don't know how I learned.
Sure.
Apparently not very well.
So just in thinking of like other tasks when you learn something new, do you like to just be told how to do it, or is it going to make more sense for me in this lesson to show you what I do and have you try to
Possibly
copy
both.
it? Or maybe a combination.
Combination.
Yeah, and I think that's how a lot of people learn, and I'm that way. So I do like to see video. I like to look at, read magazine articles about the golf swing and such, but I do need to feel it. I think you need to feel it too,
Yeah.
in order for it to transfer. Have you played other sports?
Not recently.
What?
The other sport that's part of my life is sailing.
Sailing?
Open ocean sailing.
That's awesome. And you do that where?
We stop now.
Oh, okay. Where did you do that?
San Diego, all around the United States.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Key West. That's my husband's like. He loves that place. He's a big Jimmy
I
lover.
had someone.
You're a big
and
Jimmy lover.
My wife and I
My
had our
husband's
honeymoon there. We were just back there last year.
Oh wow. Yeah, I've heard it's a beautiful place. I've never been,
It is.
but my husband talks about it all the time, and he has a
Great
friend
place
that
to
has a
go.
boat down there.
In fact, this is the best time of year.
Is it? Yeah.
It's kind of empty. It's not real.
So are you retired now, or do you
Yes,
work?
I've been retired for about
Okay. What did you do when you worked?
I was an architect and city planner.
Here in Albuquerque?
Florida, Colorado, California. Yeah, 4 jobs.
But do you spend most of your time here? Or?
No, probably about 1/3 here and 2/3 in Southern California.
So what do you do there?
Play golf.
Play golf. Do you have any other hobbies besides the sailing? Anything else
No,
besides?
not really. Sailing we just don't do anymore.
Yeah.
My wife has bad rheumatoid, that's why she can't really just do that.
Can't steer a boat.
Right, I can handle have been through phases where I worked out. I haven't done that for a year. I've been on 40 pounds.
Okay, I was going to ask you about your
I'm way
your.
overweight now.
So
too,
you
but,
had mentioned mentioned your back, right? So is it low? Is it
it's
low?
low
Your low back?
L4 and L5, and it's a vertebrae problem as opposed to a muscle problem. Two of them don't line up very well. And like injections every 3 months, I'm overdue now. And medication, that was the pain.
I saw that.
I've been told not to rush into back surgery for how bad my back is. So,
Does it hurt you when you swing?
no,
No pain.
no pain when I swing. Probably does aggravate my back, but it doesn't hurt to swing. Chipping and putting at that angle, that bothers my back in terms of
Chipping and putting when you're bending over?
like that.
Okay,
Exactly, just
okay.
like that.
But when you're hitting golf balls,
No.
it's not like when you hit down into the ball, you don't feel anything. Okay. All right. So do you stretch before you play
Generally,
golf?
I've been told
Okay.
I have the tightest hamstrings on the planet by a couple of physical therapists.
Tight hamstrings?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you stretch your hamstrings
Yes, I
before you play?
generally do.
Okay.
Yeah, I do a turning.
Okay. So other than the back, though, there's nothing else? No other aches or pains other than just normal
No,
tightness? You have tightness in the body?
no.
Do you do yoga or Pilates?
No,
or
I've been thinking about doing something like that, just give me more
I think,
dexterous.
yeah, yoga is so good for golfers because it really, there's a lot of hip opening exercises just for general flexibility.
I think
It's
I'll try it.
amazing. Yeah.
When I'm
We actually have yoga classes
Right.
here. I think on Fridays and maybe Saturdays now. But
probably.
I've heard really good things. So let me show you a couple of stretches, and then there might be something that I do that you could add to your
Okay.
stretching routine. Maybe or maybe not. But the first one I do is just kind of lift up, kind of open up the chest a little bit, kind of push back, and then maybe kind of bend a little bit to one side, and then you go back to the other. So does your wife get to play golf?
Yeah.
And I know your granddaughter did a camp. But do you
Yeah,
have other
she's fat.
family members that play golf?
No.
No?
Oh, I have sons from Denver. One from Denver.
Oh, you have
He'll
a
be
son?
playing here this fall next year.
So he lives in Denver. Does he have family?
Yeah, I've got 2 grandsons. About the same age as my grandson.
Oh, okay. Do they play golf?
No, not yet. Just my son, Bill.
Yeah.
I have a younger son, Annapolis, Maryland.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't play.
Okay. So do you do anything like this to just kind of
Yeah.
just stretch out the back, the low back? Do you do it with your legs? Yeah. I mean, I think.
Yeah, I've done. I'll do this.
It's sinking in the middle.
Do you have a trainer that you work with? No. No physical therapist or anything?
No, just somebody, doctor who manages my pain.
Okay. And then this is one I like for the hips. Because the hips are important in the swing, right?
Yes.
This really just, it's a full range of motion exercise, so it just kind of gets the blood flowing. And then you can switch to the other side, make sure you switch, I'd switch hands. I don't have the best balance. You look like you were doing okay.
No, balance is always good.
Are you tighter on one side than the other?
Tighter?
Yeah?
I don't think so.
Can't tell the
Not
difference?
that I'm aware of.
Okay. And then the last stretch is really just kind of gets us into our golf posture and gets our shoulders kind of activated for the swing. So what you're going to do is you're going to just lift the club up and over, get into your setup as if you were going to hit a golf ball, and then we're just going to rotate back to the right, and then rotate all the way through. Okay, and then really make it like your golf swing. So when you finish, how do you finish your golf swing? Do you release your right heel? Or do you finish like this, flat?
I think I do.
Okay, so see if you can do this. Try to go all the way through and finish like you would in the swing. Okay? So this is really just getting you ready for the swing. You don't need that. Remember, hold your head. I want you to pretend there's a golf ball right now. Okay, now rotate your shoulders. Now take your into your backswing first. You're going to rotate just like you do in the swing, okay? And now rotate. Good. Can this heel come up? Kinda? Back? Is that hurting your back?
No.
Okay. If at any point something hurts today, you gotta let me know, okay? You feel
Just
okay?
the wear and tear. I feel fine.
You feel good? Okay, golf clubs, were these fit for you?
Yes.
Okay. So you got regular flags. You happy with them?
Yeah, I am.
Okay. So it looks like you got all...
They were cut down 3/8 of an inch.
They were cut down for... Okay, so a little bit shorter. So you actually went through the whole... Okay. You might keep an eye on, like this grip. Looks like it might be
I know.
wearing
I got
out.
a bunch of grips I have to
Yeah,
order.
yeah, you can tell they're like where your thumb was at.
You guys do that here?
We do, yes. Yeah, we'd be happy to do that for you. So I can show you.
'Cause I have a bunch of grips.
Yeah, it looks like you're due for some new grips, and that's important because you want to have to, if your grips get slick, you're having to hold on a lot tighter, right? Okay, so then you've got an R11. Okay. All right.
It's probably the most forgiving driver I've ever.
This one, yeah.
Yeah, 'cause
That one's it's a few years back, but
That's
you're just
true.
happy with it. But I tell you, if you find the right club and you find the right shaft for you, that's the ticket. In these Cleveland fairway woods, are you happy
They're
with these?
very old.
Okay, yeah, they are.
And I've been told to keep them.
Okay. If you like them. My husband plays.
I was fitted for the driver.
You're fitted for the driver. Okay. Okay. Yeah, my husband plays professional golf, and he did not replace his old Callaway Big Bertha fairway wood until last year. I mean, this thing was so ancient. But he could not find one that he liked.
I have
so.
a friend who won the Southern California Amateurs, and he has an old TaylorMade with the dimples on the side, pretty much like that big.
Yeah.
He said it takes probably a -2.
Uh-huh.
He said it takes him a year to dial in a club.
To dial in, yeah.
He finally did replace it.
He did, yeah. Yeah, and Will did too, but it took a long time. He just couldn't find anything like that. Can you see that clip percent? Okay, so let's try to get a little bit more specific in terms of our goal for today. So I know you had mentioned hitting some shots, some approach shots.
Approach shots?
Are you missing them one way or the other?
I'm missing them. No. But yeah, I tend to pull everything.
To pull?
Yeah, I have.
Okay.
My setup, I've gotten into this very bad habit where it feels natural for me to have the club face closed. And I've got to think about it when we work it.
Okay.
If I
So
don't
you're
think of it-
aware that you have it shut?
Yeah.
Okay. And you believe the club face is what's making the ball fly left?
I believe so, yeah.
How?
That's one of the things I do to make it go left.
So, okay, I'll look at that today. How often from, I think we'll work maybe, in the 120 yard range or so today. How many times out of, say, from 120 yards, are you likely to pull a ball out of 10? We get 10 shots. So 4.
5.
So about half of them are not going to be good. So you're happy with about 50% of your shots?
No.
From
Yeah,
that
well,
range?
yeah, generally, yes.
Or
Yeah.
are they going to be on the green from 120 normally? Half the time?
Yeah, I would say that. Yeah, close.
Is 120, is that a range? Is that a good yardage? I mean, you hit your driver. Do you have some 120 yard shots?
You might be getting 4 of them all.
Yeah, you have a fair amount. It may not be in hitting your ball on in regulation, but okay. So what do you hit 120 yards?
Right.
Okay. Alrighty. So let's take that our goal today. Try to minimize, right? Right now you're hitting about 50% of them to the left.
Yeah, probably. But if I focus on my grip and adjust the club,
Okay.
then I don't.
Okay.
So it's hard for me. Sometimes it's lazy.
When you focus on the grip.
Yeah.
Okay. The grip. So what do you think is closing that club
just
face?
making a weaker grip.
Okay. Show me what you mean. So
Well,
let's aim. Let's do this. Let's aim right at that disc. You see that round disc out there? Let's aim at that. Let me just check your alignment first.
now here's what I got to do. I've got to
Okay.
change it. Now it's not closed. And
Yeah, just hit a couple more. I'm going to look from both angles. I may not say anything right away. I want to just kind of get a feel for what you're doing. And then I'll give you some suggestions.
it can, yes. Anything can. happy with that.
You would be happy with that shot?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not with the trajectory.
Not with the trajectory, but with the direction of it?
Yeah.
Okay. Happy with that?
That's awesome.
The ball, that one's a little lighter. I feel like we took the divot. Right, you didn't hit on top of that one. Okay, a couple more, and then I'm gonna tell you what I see. Okay.
That's cool.
Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about alignment first, because I think part of your problem may be to false alignment, okay? So when you're setting up, okay, you are aiming between the white disc and the red flag, almost in the center gap. So at least 10 to 12 yards to the right of that disc, okay? So when you aim to the right, what do you think your body has to do to correct that in order for you to get the ball redirected back to the target?
I guess I'm taking my club further inside.
Well, so, yeah, maybe just a little bit. But, so what happens is you end up having to throw your shoulders off over the top to try to redirect it. Because if you just swung the club through on this path, so this is the path that your club's taking, right? If you're aiming here, right, which is where you're aiming, well, your club's coming through, right? If you were to just follow the path, you would hit your ball to the right. But your brain senses what your body's doing, and so what happens is you spin your shoulders over the top. Okay, so it's kind of led you into kind of what I call poor sequencing, because what's happened is you're initiating your downswing with your hands and your arms to try to redirect it back towards the target. Okay, so you essentially aren't using your lower body to start the downswing. Are you?
Makes
Do you
sense.
know that your
Makes
lower
sense.
body should start the downswing? Has anybody ever
Yeah,
told you that?
I
Like thinking about some of those lessons.
I guess I haven't really thought about it, but yes, I know.
Okay. Yeah, so the way that the swing should sequence on the downswing, if you're in a good position at the top, then you should be sequencing your downswing with your legs, using the ground as support. So the swing should uncoil from the ground up, rather than from your upper body down, right? So what it looks like to me is you're essentially just swinging right now with all arms. You really deactivated your lower body, and I don't know if this could be due to your back.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't feel my back in this one.
Okay. And I noticed too, like when we were doing that stretch in the beginning when I had you,
Yeah.
that warm up, you didn't rotate all the way through, so your hips kind of stopped here, so your hips were kind of facing to the right, and you didn't get your right heel up and off the ground. Your feet are still planted. So you have, essentially, you just kind of deactivated your lower body. I call it lazy legs, and I do the same thing. It's like, for whatever reason, we just stopped using our lower body. Well, that's where our power comes from. It doesn't come from the upper body, it comes from the lower body, and how well we can sequence and start the downswing.
I noticed when I came here, I guess I'm deteriorating, because I realized even at high altitude, I'm not hitting the ball as far as I do, and I know I should.
Really? Okay. Yeah, you should be hitting a little bit further. I'd say about a club further, probably.
Yes.
So let's do this. Let's address your alignment. Okay, we're gonna get you setting up. I think that's an important thing, because as long as you're aimed to the right, there's no way that you're gonna be able to hit the ball consistently aiming that far to the right. Okay, so let's do that first. So when you practice, I would suggest that you put some sticks down, or you can use clubs too. And you want to have one club that's going to one stick that's going to represent your target line. So this one's just pointing out there towards that white disc, and then this inside one's going to represent your body line. So you want to make sure that you're square from head to toe, right? So your feet, your knees, and your hips are all parallel to your target. hit that high, and it fell just a little bit to the right, actually, of that dip. Okay. What is it? What is this? How does the setup feel? Do you feel different in
Yeah, I
that,
feel,
that
I feel
setup?
yes, I do.
Yeah. Do you feel like you're aiming left? Or are you aware?
No.
Okay.
No.
You're aiming right at your target, but sometimes when we correct your alignment, you feel like you're aiming, you know, further left.
I felt left.
A little bit.
What about yesterday? You have five?
Actually, yeah, it wasn't terrible. You ended up a little bit back, with your weight a little bit back on your right side. Okay, so now that we've tackled the alignment, I think we want to address weight shift. And that's going to be the next thing we're going to try to get you to do better, is to transfer your weight and use the ground as support. So think about a pitcher who's standing on a mound. The pitcher, he's going to load, right? Pitcher loads into the right side. And then what does he do to start his release? Or to start his transfer? He starts moving towards the target, right? He transfers his weight from his right side to his left side, and then he releases. So it's like that in golf, right? So we're going to get to the top of our swing. We're going to transfer weight into the left side, and then we're going to let it go. So the sequence is going to be reversed. Okay, so instead of you starting your downswing with your hands, you know what? Come stand right back here. I'll show you. You can see this. Okay, so you coil up, and on a positive note, you looked pretty square. Your grip looked fine. Your club face, you were, I don't know, you know, you said you had mentioned it being closed. It didn't look closed.
Well, I'm adjusting it now.
Okay.
I'm very conscious.
Right, so you just want to make sure that it's perpendicular to your target.
Right.
Right, so, and that's the beauty of these sticks. You can look and see, okay, well, if it's like this, then you know that it's pointing left, right? But if you've got that 90-degree angle, you're going to be fine. Okay, so you're gonna swing up here. So what you're doing to start your downswing is you're starting with your arms, and you're kind of finishing with your weight back here on your right side, right? You haven't gotten to full rotation. When you finish, you want to have your heel up off of the ground and your toe pointing down, right? With your hip flexors located in the direction of your target, right? So you're kind of here, right? It's all just a rotation in your shoulders and no lower body. So we just got to get you using your legs a little better.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So we're going to work on just getting you up here, and then maybe think in your mind, what does that baseball player do? Transfers. Okay. The golf club shouldn't be swung down unless the weight's transferring. So the way my club actually moves from the top of my swing to the ball is through weight shift. See, if I transfer my weight, I'm not doing anything with my arms and my hands, right? My club's then going to just drop right back in on the same, it's taking the same path as it took on the way back. And you'd mentioned something before we turned the video on, about the path.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going to take the club back on this path, on the swing plane, okay? Well, on the way down, we got to do the same thing, right? The only way we can do that is to transfer weight. If we don't transfer weight, watch my hands. You ever read Hogan's 5 Fundamentals? That'd be a really good book for you to read if you have some time. It's a real short book, but it talks about the plane of glass and how, you know, we've got to swing that club back on the plane, and then we actually kind of lower. The downswing plane should be a little bit lower, more shallow. But gosh, if we could just get you back to just being on that plane. But right now, you're so much here, right? That all you can do is kind of fall back and kind of hold it off. So I think what you're going to find once you get this, you're going to hit the ball a lot further, and you're going to start hitting it in the air more consistently and straighter at your target, so you can start hitting some more greens. I mean, I know it's got to be frustrating. Some greens. Okay, So let's continue to work on alignment because that's important. Your clip face is aiming right at your target. Your body's parallel. Now we're going to just try to use the legs to start the downswing. Okay. All right, so when you finish there, where would you wait?
I was back.
Falling backwards,
Yes.
right? Okay. Okay. See this? Without a ball. Sometimes when there's a ball there. Okay. And one more thing I want you to do. Your feet are too wide.
Really?
Your stance is too wide. And it's causing you to not be able to get through it. Okay, so just narrow up just a little bit. You want to keep your feet about shoulder width apart and a little bit narrower for you. I think is going to be better because then you can move, right? When you're here,
Yeah.
you can't move. Okay?
All right.
It's like almost like your feet get stuck in mud. All right, so we're going to swing up. Okay, hold your finish. Okay. Swing right down.
You know, I've never been able to. I always end up chicken.
Okay. Chicken weenie?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's you just saving the shot basically because you've come over the top so much. That's all you can do, right? It's just because you're coming like this. Well, you can't release it if you're stuck on top of the golf ball, right? So you get back to swinging more inside, then you can release. So this is a problem that unfortunately it's not going to be undone probably today. It's going to take a few more sessions to get it because everything builds. It's like an engine of a car. One thing builds on the next, right? So you have a few things that are out of sequence, and it's going to take a little while to kind of untangle it and then reassemble it, if that makes sense. Okay. Okay. Let's hit a couple more, and we know where we need to finish. You kind of got there. It was a little wobbly, but let's see if we can finish and balance. Closer. Do you have a favorite player?
Where'd that go? Anywhere?
It went just a little bit to the right. What I
Well,
would
I've still not didn't get up there.
no, you did get that one in there, and you actually finished better. That time you finished, and you got close back here. You weren't here. Do you have a favorite player that you watch? You like to watch golf?
Not lately. No, I guess not really.
Okay. Let me move this over just a touch. Well, most players.
Actually, I actually enjoy watching women play.
Oh yeah, they have good rhythm
Yeah.
and balance. But right when they finish, when good players finish, they're always in balance, right? And their hips are always rotated. You don't see them finishing them. And so you might, when you're watching golf next time, just kind of find somebody that you want to copy, right? And just kind of watch their motion. A little bit narrower, right? Uh-huh. All right. Let's finish this one. Let's get your hips to rotate through. Okay, just a little fast.
I keep my eyes
Yeah.
completely open. And I have a tendency to come down too fast.
Yeah. Well, it's just because you're a little out of sequence. Your arms are taking over. Okay. All right. So let's recap. Let's summarize the lesson. So you tell me what you're going to be working on. What you remember from the lesson.
Basically on the weight shift.
Starting with the
Yeah,
feet, a little
and the
narrower.
sequencing, the
Yeah.
sequencing.
Right.
Now, would this be the case for Richie All irons?
For every swing. Yeah.
Same width here?
No, you can get a little wider with your driver, but with your irons, yeah, a little bit narrower about the width of your shoulders. Like I said, just slightly wider with the driver. But I think it's important because you do struggle to transfer weight, so the wider we get, the harder it's going to be to get through there, right? So we get here, and then in terms of sequencing, is there something in your life you can relate this to in terms of the weight shift, or is there anything, any other sport? I know you're going to play a lot of sports, but where you utilize the ground to push off of to transfer weight rather than the flow of energy starting with the hands. Is there anything?
One problem I know now that will be corrected by this is sometimes when on my swing
That's the spin, right? That's spinning. That's not
Right.
shifting, right? When you practice, when you warm up, okay, I want you to make sure you're doing this drill, okay? Because this is the thing. This is going to help you with your balance, right? You mentioned you struggle with balance. If you can just do this, even at home, if you could do this every day for a few minutes, just rotating through and getting comfortable with finishing on your left side. I just don't think you've been there in a while,
No,
right?
you're probably right.
You know, so again, a good finish looks like this. The heel's up, the right knee is touching the left knee, and the hips have rotated towards the target, right? So this in itself would be just something really good for you to do until we get you comfortable with finishing and sequencing a little bit better. So I would spend a fair amount of time just simply working on that drill without a golf ball.
Well, as long as I keep my head back.
Yeah, just stood up just a little bit. All right, just came up just a little bit. All right, do you have any questions?
No.
It's going to take some time.
All right.
Like I said, to undo just a little bit and get that engine working just like that car engine, getting it to fire on all cylinders. Oh, yeah.
That felt good.
Okay.
That felt really good.
That was completely different.
Was it? Where'd it go?
It flew about 3 yards over the disc, so about 123 yards. And the biggest difference there was your finish. You were right here. And you took a divot, and you were in balance. You just proved you could do this.
Yeah.
Right there.
And I think at some point I did. Because even some of my friends, and some of them were pretty good golfers, like my iron sanders a longer post. Not now.
So if you're able to do this, how's this going to impact that long-term goal?
Well, I definitely.
Start hitting more greens?
Yes.
You hit more greens, your score should come down,
Should.
right?
Unless I'm playing here.
Unless your putting goes.
Unless I'm playing
Over.
putting here.
Yeah. I know these greens are tough.
Actually, I had a pretty good day putting yesterday. I was getting more of a feel for the greens. And how's my plane look? Is that?
Good.
Because I'm working on it right now. I think about it.
Yeah, a little faster. Your upper body spun ahead of your lower. So. All right, well, let's do this. Let's try to get together in a week or two, and we'll revisit this and see how you're doing.
Okay.
Sound good?
Yeah.